Hey guys, and welcome to the Blues Bridge. Welcome guys to another Premier League predictions. This is game week 3 and we have Tom on the call. How are you doing?
Yeah, not too bad. Looking forward to getting stuck into these predictions. Premier League has had a good start, so hopefully plenty of more exciting fixtures to come.
I mean, you didn't do too well, did you, in your last game last weekend?
No, I didn't. No. I mean, it's one of those really where it's tough to call. You know, anyone can beat anyone in the Premier League, so it's you're always going to get quite a few wrong.
Anything can happen. I don't know if I just mentioned that you're a Wolves fan, but Tom's a Wolves fan.
Yeah, I've got my Wolves top on for any of the viewers. So you know, it's you got to represent the colours, man.
I'm wearing the Chelsea shirt. So.
Oh well, there you go. Yeah.
Talking about Wolves, that is the first game. We've got Spurs versus Wolves. Now, I don't like to talk about Spurs and what just happened in the last game, Chelsea versus Spurs. I don't know if you saw that, but it went off.
It did indeed. I mean, to be fair, Chelsea-Spurs is always a tough game between both sides. The tensions are always very high, aren't they? So.
Yeah, and I think Chelsea played very, very well in that game. But, I mean, it's Anthony Taylor. Hate the ref. But, I mean, it's unfortunate, really. But Spurs versus Wolves. Now, this is a game where it's a tough one, to be fair. Like I've said in my previous videos, I do like Wolves. I think they're a quality team. But Spurs are just annoying. They beat City twice last season. What do you think about this game? What's going through your head?
I'll be honest, we've got a pretty good record against Spurs since promotion, so I think that this is a game that on paper is probably going to be one of the more difficult ones, but it's one of the games that we can win, mainly because of the fact that, you know, we've been able to beat them previously. We beat them under Conte last season as well, so it's going to be tough. And obviously the team's been boosted, obviously with I think by the time this video goes out, I'm not really sure what the time scale is. Obviously the signing of Matheus Nunes as well from Sporting Lisbon, which is a huge signing. One of the top midfielders in Europe. Pep Guardiola even said that he considered him one of the best midfielders in Europe. So for 50 million euros, I'll take that. It's a good.
So has that been confirmed now, or is that just a rumour at the minute?
As we're recording, Fabrizio Romano has said the "here we go," which normally means, well, 100% of the time means that it is happening. So, barring any crazy developments, that transfer should be going through, which is, again, you know, like I said, massive for the team. So, I think that's probably going to have an impact on potentially how the game goes if he plays.
I have predicted this game a 1-0 Spurs just because I don't think Wolves will score in this game. I haven't put it like Spurs 3-0, they're going to absolutely thrash because I don't think they will. But they might get a jammy goal. Like I said, like my predictions last week as well, all wrong apart from one, which was Villa and Everton. Got that spot on 2-1. And that was probably just me being jammy. So I could be completely wrong with this, but I just have a feeling that Spurs will only score 1 goal in this game.
Okay, I think that's fair. It's tough because Wolves don't score a lot of goals. I know Spurs have the potential to. Obviously, they battered Southampton first game of the season. So, in terms of a score prediction, I'm going to go for a 1-1. I'm going to go for a score draw, a 1-1. I think I would probably take that before the game, and I think that's probably going to be the case. I don't think we'll score 2, although we did win 2-0 last season at White Hart Lane. So it's tough. Yeah, I'll go 1-1. I'll stick with 1-1.
Moving over to Crystal Palace versus Aston Villa. I think this is a tough game. I really do. I think Villa in the first game got beat by Bournemouth 2-0, but then did beat Everton 2-1. See, it's only little goals, isn't it?
Weren't convincing against Everton, I'll be honest.
I know.
They weren't that convincing.
And getting beat by Bournemouth in the first game. I mean, it is the first game, so you can't really say much about that. But with Crystal Palace drawing with Liverpool, was it yesterday? Yeah.
Great result for them. Played very well as well.
Zaha with the first goal. I think it's the 30th minute or something like that. I think they're going to go quick with this one. It's a 2-1 Villa. I think Villa.
I don't know. It's difficult because obviously Diego Carlos has been ruled out for pretty much the entire season, and he was their marquee sort of defensive signing. So it's going to be tough for them to kind of recover from that. I think that obviously they are going to make other signings to make up for the loss of Carlos, but I think overall it's going to be difficult for them to kind of get over that. Such a big loss in that defence, and particularly the amount of money they spent on him as well. So I do think that it's going to be one of those that can affect the dressing room a little bit, but I think Palace are a good side. They play some very good football. I think Patrick Vieira has got them playing some very good stuff. So yeah, opening week defeat to Arsenal, draw against Liverpool, and a much more positive performance. So I don't know. I think I'm going to go 2-1 Palace. I'm going to oppose you. I think Palace are going to win this. I think Palace
you really think?
Yeah, I think Palace have got the flair and the potency.
They're looking good so far anyway.
To beat them. So I feel confident in Patrick Vieira getting the best out of this team again. So yeah, 2-1 to Palace.
Everton and Forest now. And I mean, Everton lost to Chelsea 1-0. Lost to Villa 2-1. It's Everton though, isn't it? Forest, can I just say, looked incredible against West Ham with a 1-0 victory.
They looked alright, yeah, they did look alright.
West Ham did get a goal disallowed, but Forest, I don't know if you saw the goal, it was a jammy goal.
Yeah, it was a very jammy
good.
Goal.
It looked really, really good. It looked.
So did West Ham though, to be fair. West Ham missed a lot of chances. They missed a lot of chances to win that game. West Ham should have scored at least 3 or 4 goals, and I thought that the goal that they had disallowed was quite harsh as well. So it's just, you know, I think they were fortunate to win, but at the end of the day, you know, it sounds silly, but they scored more than West Ham, and at the end of the day, you know, they got the result, so that's what matters to them.
And they did lose to Newcastle 2-0 in the first game week. I think Everton are in the mud, you know, and
it's tough.
I'm probably going to get hate in the comments if there are Everton fans, but I think they might get relegated. I think they're not playing as well when they had Richarlison.
Yeah, they have lost goals in Richarlison. I agree with that. I think it's going to be tough, and particularly, you know, Calvert-Lewin gets injured a lot, so
yeah,
that's going to cause problems at centre forward. They still haven't signed a centre forward as well, which I think is a surprise.
Yeah, they need to sign someone quick. So
I think this is going to be a pretty tough test for Everton. It's not an easy start to the season at all for them. I'll probably back Forest in this one, I'll be honest. I'm probably going to go, I think, I'm going to go 1-1 again. I think 1-1. Yeah, I just don't think there's much to separate the two sides, really. I thought Forest were hit and miss against Newcastle, same against West Ham. I know they've made a lot of very decent signings. I know Remo Freuler signed from Atalanta, really good signing. Captain of Atalanta, Champions League team. So I don't know. They've made some very good acquisitions. I'm going to say 1-1 though. I think this is going to be quite a scrappy game, especially.
It's very, very close to my prediction.
What have you gone
with
then?
a 0-0.
0-0.
I don't think there's going to be any goals.
Yeah,
I think it's going to be a struggle for both teams to get a goal.
I was umming and ahhing about a 0-0, but I just think a score draw is probably going to be the case. I think it's a very close game, and we'll have to see, obviously. Forest, to be fair, could easily win 2-3-0, but I think that it's probably just going to be quite a scrappy game, especially at Goodison Park. So yeah.
The next game, we've got Fulham versus Brentford.
Very excited for this one, actually.
I am very excited for this one because Mitrovic, I mean, I don't know if you saw his goals against Liverpool. I mean, the one was a pen, but
missed one against Wolves though, so it's not a guaranteed goal.
That is true. It's a hard one for me, and this is the hardest prediction that I put out there, and I could be completely wrong with what I've put down. I know I am, because I know Brentford can be. Do you know what? I doubted Brentford because at the end of the season they didn't look as good, but the start with Ivan Toney he was quality, and then it just sort of went downhill after that. I put a 1-0 to Fulham in this game, and I don't know why I've done that, to be honest. I don't know why I've done that.
To be honest, I think Fulham have got decent firepower, but I think this is going to be a very feisty game. Two big rivals, obviously not one of the bigger London derbies, but a very intense London derby. So I don't know. This is going to be an intense game. I'm excited to see this one.
Here's a question for you. Do you think Fulham will stay up?
Yes.
You do?
Yeah, I think Fulham will stay up. I think they've made some very, very smart signings in positions that they needed. I think it all depends on if Mitrovic can get goals. If Mitrovic can get goals, they'll stay up. If he struggles again, then I think they'll struggle. But Tony versus Mitrovic. There's some interesting battles in this game. I'm going to go for another score draw, actually. I don't want to sound boring, but that's just what I can see. 2-2, I'm going to say.
Leicester versus Southampton. Oh, this is a good game. I mean, lost to Brentford. No, they didn't. What am I trying to shit? No,
Leicester drew with Brentford.
They drew to Brentford, didn't they? 2-2. They were when they beaten them 2-0,
which is a big blow as well.
And then Brentford come back. Lost to Arsenal. That's what I meant to say.
Well, I'll tell you what I'll tell you what you can say. It's a young Southampton side. I think they've had an interesting transfer window. Plenty of young players coming in, particularly from Man City, which I think is quite an interesting transfer strategy. They look a little bit shaky playing out from the back. I think there's still some teething issues there, but I think both of the teams are in a bit of limbo at the moment, particularly Leicester, the only team I think not to have signed a player. I think they might have confirmed Alex Smithies, I'm not sure yet, but a backup goalkeeper isn't exactly anything groundbreaking. It's difficult. I think Leicester are in a tough position at the moment. I think things are starting to go stale. They've had a tough opening couple of fixtures. Southampton, I think, a young side still, again, teething issues there. So two sides who haven't had the best of starts, but I'm gonna back Southampton with this one. I'm gonna go 2-1 to Southampton. I think Wesley Fofana, he'll probably play, but his head's not at Leicester at the moment. He wants to go to Chelsea. So
I think overall Leicester are a better team.
They've got a better squad. They've got a better squad. But I think Southampton, I don't know. I think the energy around Leicester at the moment is quite negative. Whereas I think with Southampton, it's more of a case of, it's a bit something fresh. They've got quite some good young talent in there. I know it's been
same with James Maddison as well. He's a quality player.
Yeah,
I thought he's sort of.
There's been rumours about him. Obviously, Newcastle want him as well. So yeah, I just don't think there's a good atmosphere around Leicester at the moment. So I'll go 2-1 Southampton.
So my score predictions, because overall I would say Leicester are a better team. So you've gone for a 2-1 Southampton. I've gone for a 2-1 Leicester. But we've got Bournemouth versus Arsenal next. And what do you think about Bournemouth? Because they beat Villa 2-0. In the first game week, and the second game week got thrashed 4-0 against City. Yeah,
I don't think you can read too much into getting thrashed by City, to be honest. I think most teams probably do. So I think that was an expected result. I thought the performance against Villa was very good. I was very surprised they beat them. Everyone that I've seen and watched and read has pretty much predicted them to finish bottom, which I think is fair. They've got by far the weakest squad in the league. But they've had an okay start. I think, getting battered by City, I don't think there's any shame in that whatsoever. So they just need to try and get points off the teams around them. And unfortunately, in this case, Arsenal are in very good form. And
the sign of Jesus as well. I think he's so good there. I think one of the best signings this summer. I think he works very, very well, and Arsenal is just a squad full of young players,
experienced young players as well. I mean, you're talking younger players that have played for top clubs. Zinchenko, I think, is a very, very good signing as well. So yeah, like you say, it's a good squad.
Look, I can't see Bournemouth scoring a goal in this game. I think Arsenal are on levels right now. I think, like I said about Jesus, they've got Saka. Emil Smith-Rowe. Martinelli. I think it's just that the team is just too good. You know, you've got Aaron Ramsdale in goal. I can't see Bournemouth scoring against Arsenal. And I've gone with a prediction of 3-0 to Arsenal.
Big score.
It's a big one.
Yeah,
it's a big one.
I'm going to agree. I think Arsenal will win this. I am going to say 4-1 to Arsenal.
You're going even bigger.
Yeah, 4-1. I'm putting my my career on the line here. Not so much, but
so you think?
Yeah, you've got to have one big one,
think,
haven't you? You've got to have one big one.
Do you think so? You've gone specific with a 4-1. You think Bournemouth are going to score in this game?
Yeah.
Really? Who's going to score?
Solanke.
But over to the big game now. Leeds versus Chelsea.
Oh, here
now
we go.
I'm not looking forward to
your
this
boys.
one. I'm not looking forward to it just because my girlfriend is a Leeds fan. And I'm a Chelsea fan, so one of us is going to cry that weekend.
That is going to be a tense household, that.
I know. Look, we beat Leeds 3-0 last season. Like I said before, you know, you said we'll come on to Leeds. They've lost Calvin Phillips now. They've lost Rafinha. Bamford is always injured.
Yeah, that's true. They've made some good signings, though. Leeds have made some good signings. I mean, Tyler Adams and Mark Rocker in midfield, I think, are two really good replacements for Phillips. They kind of offer both aspects of his game. I think Brett Aronson as well is a good signing as an option, an attacking option. Sinistera, when he comes back from injury, I think he might be back. I'm not entirely sure. Is it again a great signing? So they've made some good deals. Christensen as well, solid defender. So I like Leeds. I think they've got a good squad there. But yeah, I mean, compared to Chelsea's, it's not great. But again, Chelsea haven't looked convincing. I'll be honest with you. They looked very average against Everton, and
I was going to say against Everton didn't look too threatening. But against Spurs, I think what Chelsea do is they play how the other team plays. Like against Everton, they're not all out there. But if it was against like Liverpool or City, they try at their level. Like they should just try at the same level all the time against whoever they're playing. And I think that's where they're going wrong. I think Chelsea looked really good against Spurs. I think Koulibaly, great defender, and I think as soon as Rudiger had gone, I thought, well, that's it then. That's the end for Chelsea. But Koulibaly is a great signing for Chelsea, and sort of, I can't say replace Rudiger because you can't replace Rudiger, but
no, you can't.
Definitely is great in the squad, and especially Sterling as well. This is going to be an easy prediction for me, and I can see it now. It's a 3-0 Chelsea.
3-0, confident.
3-0. I've gone big. I've gone very big.
I'm going to go 2-0 Chelsea. I'm going to go 2-0. Slightly, not as emphatic, but I think a professional win, a solid win. No complaints about that. So yeah, I'd say 2-0 Chelsea, but it's going to be a very, very tough fixture for them, particularly away from home as well.
Well, I'm going to say this right now, and I know what you're going to think, because I'm just going to say I've predicted 3-0 Chelsea, haven't I?
Yeah.
But it wouldn't surprise me if they scored more.
Really?
I'm saying that right now.
You really don't rate Leeds, do you?
Look,
you want to win. You want to rub this in. You want to rub this
honestly,
into your girlfriend. I know that's what.
Okay, when this game happens, come back to this video, and then yeah, it could even be 5-0.
I'd love it if you lose now.
Lose like 10-0 or something.
Oh, that'd be brilliant.
West Ham versus Brighton. I think it's a tough one. A tough one again.
Yeah, Brighton are a good side, They're a good side, very well coached, but West Ham are very well coached as well. So it's a battle of two very high-performing managers at the moment. I think Moyes has done a good job. Disappointing start for them, obviously, losing to City 2-0, which again is pretty respectable. And that Forest result, they really should have won that. So they're creating chances. They just need to put them away. Obviously, Gianluca Scamacca's in there as a very, very good centre-forward signing. So if he plays, it'd be interesting to see him get a run out. But yeah, like you said, Brighton beat Man United, drew against Newcastle. So a decent start for them. I think I'd probably back Brighton in this one, I'll be honest. 2-1 Brighton. I'm going to go 2-1 Brighton. I like Brighton. I like West Ham as well, to be fair. But
I've gone with a 1-1. Straight down the middle, yeah. Next game, we've got Newcastle versus Man City.
Yeah,
City,
I think this is probably one that previously you would probably say City to batter Newcastle, and I think that's probably the case again today.
I don't think it is.
Oh.
I don't think they're going to batter Newcastle.
Ooh, okay.
You know,
Talk to me,
they beat West Ham and they beat Bournemouth 4-0. Right, that's fair enough. It's Bournemouth. Let's be honest. But Newcastle, I think, honestly, I'm telling you now, top 6.
Top 6?
Top 6.
No, come on.
I am telling you now.
So you've got Brighton in 7th and Newcastle in 6th, right? So who the hell's the top 5?
Hang on. Let me look at my prediction. I need to look at your look. I've got it.
Newcastle top 6. I'll be very impressed if they get top 6 this season.
Okay, I lied.
Ah, there you go. False memory.
I've lied.
He's put them second.
I put Newcastle 8th.
8th, I think 8th is a respectable prediction. I do think that 8th is a realistic position for Newcastle. I think that'd be a very, very good first full season under Eddie Howe. So yeah, I think 8th is pretty bang on, to be honest.
And I've lied about Brighton. Don't know why I've lied about that. I thought I put them higher, but I put them 11th.
11th?
Don't know where 7th came from.
To be honest, they are a bit inconsistent in front of goal, so I can understand that. But yeah, I back City all the way here. They've got such a good team, and De Bruyne and Haaland have made an excellent start. Foden's made a good start, so I think they're in good form. I'm going to go 3-1 City.
No, I've gone with 2-1 City. I don't think...
For a second then, I thought you'd say 3-1 Newcastle. I was like, mate, that is just that is ridiculous.
No. Now, moving over to the biggest game of the week.
Yes.
I'm very looking forward to this.
This is
it's on Sky Sports. I don't know why it's on a Monday night.
Oh, Monday Night Football, mate. Absolute class.
I'd prefer it on a weekend, though.
Nah, Monday Night Football's top. Monday Night Football is top. Under the floodlights, Old Trafford. This is going to be a really, really interesting game.
Because Man United haven't looked good, let's just say. Losing to Brighton, then getting absolutely beat by Brentford. It's not looking good. What do you think the problem is in that team? What's the main issue? Because it's not the manager. They've had so many managers
Where do you want to start, mate? I mean,
you got a list, mate.
If we can make a whole half-an-hour video on what's going on with Manchester United, the recruitment structure or lack thereof, player power and a toxic dressing room, problems at the top of the club.
It just doesn't seem any dedication.
There's no direction. There's no direction. There's no blueprint. So, yeah, it's tough. It's tough for Man United fans. But hey, listen, I got taken the mick out for being a Wolves fan by Man United fans in Wolverhampton. So I am glorying in their misery at the moment for not being a glory hunter when I was 10. I honestly think this will be closer than people think. I know everyone's expecting Liverpool to absolutely tank United, but I can't see it happening. I can't. Well, I can, but I don't know. I'm not feeling a comprehensive win here from Liverpool. I'm really not.
Is that because of the last 2 games?
Not even. I think when the chips are down, sometimes United, they can pull a result out the bag. If you look at how poor they've been over previous seasons, yet they still managed to get wins against like City or. They beat City a couple of times under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, which was obviously a huge shock. At the time, because everyone was expecting them to get battered. I think they've got that in them. Sometimes it just clicks for them.
Well, not forgetting that Núñez isn't playing in this game.
Yes. I think that'll be a big miss.
That's an issue.
I think if Jota was fully fit, I think I would back Liverpool more. But I think he's been having some injury problems, and Núñez getting sent off is going to be a miss as well. I thought he was okay against Palace. Missed a couple of really good chances and then got sent off, so not the best debut for him. Firmino looks a little bit off the boil. Diaz, though, I have to say, Diaz looks unbelievable so far. So if anyone's going to change this game, it's going to be Luis Diaz.
Salah hasn't looked too promising.
He hasn't looked that good since coming back from AFCON in January, to be honest. But I think it'll be 2-1 Liverpool. I don't think it'll be the 4-5-0 that everyone's expecting.
Well, we've got the same prediction.
Oh, you got to say one as well. We've finally agreed
Same.
on one.
You've actually finally got...
Round of applause, everyone. We've managed to come to an agreed conclusion on one match.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching. Remember to subscribe to the channel. We're trying to grow this football channel. So please like this video as well. Thank you, Tom, for joining. Appreciate that.
Thank you very much.
And,
if you want any Wolves news, follow Talking Wolves. The link will be in the description below. Plenty of articles, videos, and all the latest Wolves transfer news, previews, and everything. So anything Wolves related, go down to them in the link in the description as well.
This has been the Blues Bridge, and I'll see you later. Peace.